Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Theorist with your host, JC Patero67, and me, your guest for the evening, Alex Sinclair. It is
Hi,
a,
people.
it is a joy to be back, and today we're discussing Tithes, which is AnimeCujo's spin-off one-shot of the Revelations story.
And it's super hot.
It is.
And it's Celium.
Yes.
And real quick before you start off, I need to thank AnimeCujo again and again for writing this one-shot for me. She spoils me too much.
She is so accommodating.
She is. And she's so busy with like 500 bajillion projects. I'm like, woman, I
know.
feel so bad making you do all this work. But
I really hope she does her Nico story, because I'm going to be really happy.
Ooh, I know, right?
So we're going to start out with, alright, CL is sitting in Father Spear's office, trying to tell the good father something about, thoughts he's been having or, dreams, etc. And we're going to start off with this quote from William, and it's, "Really, come now. Whatever it is, I can promise you that I've already witnessed and been privy to many debaucherous things, so nothing you say will surprise or shock me." CL's face flushed a bright red, and he looked away. And I'm like, oh, really now? Father Spears, I would love to know what kind of craziness you were doing when you were younger. Because we know from the actual Revelations storyline that he was young already when he was studying to become a priest and then witnessed the murder of CL's parents and all that kind of thing. So it's like, what were you doing before that? How old were you when all this was going on? Like, how much experience do you have? I want to know these things.
Okay. I love what you just said, but I missed, like, what happened to sexy and kinky things? You never read your quote.
Oh, I thought I did. I would love to know what kind of sexy and kinky things are lurking in the good father's past. Yes,
I love that. That went, like, totally southern just there.
Did it?
I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it kind of sounded southern.
Well, child, I just do what I can to please. I can't help it.
I love this.
It's funny. I can be British. I can be real New York. I can be ghetto as hell, and I can be real southern-like.
Dude, do like British, man.
I don't know if I can just pull a British accent out of nowhere. You can't just do things to me like that.
You totally just did.
I know. That was the point.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
And then Father Spears sighed in frustration.
Oh, yes.
"My child, whatever it is, cannot be that bad. Now what thoughts plague you?"
Dude, you just sounded like Grell.
Oh, Bassie.
I love it.
And I'm like, well, damn, Spears, you don't gotta be all impatient and shit. It's not his fault that you're not just ripping his clothes off and sexing him up on the couch right now.
Oh, yeah.
You need to shut your mouth and just ravage him. Just do it. Don't that he's taken forever. He is young, he is insecure, and he is not ready to be telling you about your penis in his butthole. He's not ready for this.
Oh my god, this is so great.
This is like the actual me. Like, I'm actually being very much myself right now.
I love it. How's Brody reacting to this? He's probably used to it.
He is very used to it. He's out there eating a taco. So.
Ooh.
Taco.
Did he just laugh?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love it. Hi, Brody.
Jocelyn's.
He can speak.
Jocelyn says hi. You can say something if you want.
Yeah.
Hi.
Don't be afraid. Hi. Okay, we're just gonna go back and forth with ties here. I don't bite, I promise, Brody. Anyway.
Alright, it is your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. I was totally gonna say you have one more line, but you just read that and elaborated further, so anyway. How do I say this? So basically everyone involved in the Celium collaboration, like, we will look at each other's works, and we've all agreed to it. We will all look at each other's works before we post it. And so when, I don't know if this was, because AnimeCujo, she's like, oh, like, I take some time to write it because I want it to be perfect. Like, she doesn't like the idea of speeding things up and, So it was just, like, I don't even know, half the story that she sent us or something, and we were reading through it, and So I'm going to read this quote, and then I'm going to tell you what mistake was made and how I enjoyed that very much. So here's the quote. You have been thinking of me in inappropriate situations with yourself. And so, I mean, I don't blame her for having made the mistake because, you know, in and inappropriate, I mean, you're just kind of thinking, oh, okay, the word in, got it, and then you just keep typing. So instead of it being, you have been thinking of me in inappropriate situations, it was, you have been thinking of me in appropriate situations. And I was just like, oh, quite so. and then, and then later on, it gets very interesting because Spears pulls Ciel onto his lap. And I'm just like, oh, pulling him onto your lap is totally appropriate, Father Spears. I'm not complaining, though, so. Then Ciel is just letting Spears take the lead.
Like a good little uke.
Right? But there you go. Undoing his jeans, and Spears' large hand is, like, directing Ciel's to where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just like, dude, Ciel's just letting him do this because, you know, he just wants to relive his dream.
I'm going to quickly throw in my thing about the grommet.
Oh, okay, yes, do
just because it's fun. AnimeCujo, you and your immense dictionary in your brain. I've never heard the word grommet before. I had no freaking clue what it was. And it turns out it's a button or something akin to a button. And I'm just sitting here like, you couldn't have just said the button? Like, what the serious is a grommet? Like, I was so confused.
Well, I have heard the word before.
Oh, and now Brody's being an asshole. He's all like, how do you not know what a grommet is? You go to hell.
Oh.
That is not a word that I'm familiar with.
Don't fight over my review, children. Wait, how old is Brody?
Brody is 20. He's going to be 24. 23? 24. Yeah.
Oh, when?
June.
Oh, okay. Oh,
and I'll be 22, so.
Oh, I'm older than both of you, so I can call you children. Okay, cool.
Jerk.
That's all I needed to know. Okay. So yeah, I knew what a grommet was, and I mean, the reason why she would include that word in there is because it's so much fancier. And I mean, when I was writing, what was it? It was my Nutella one-shot. I was just like, no, hold on. No, it's this other one-shot I'm writing. It's not even the confessional one. It's another one that I'm working on. And so I'm just like, what's another word for button? Because I'm so sick and tired of putting he undid his buttons. He was undoing the last button. Like, it's just like, I need another word. But I mean, grommet is specifically like for jeans. Like, you know, like the... See, you should know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because it's not quite a button. It's kind of, it could be brass looking, I guess. I don't even know. Okay, anyway. We're going into very much detail with grommet here. I just remembered when I said that sounds like an AnimeCujo character name.
Oh, it does. It so does.
That's so funny. And then what did you say? It was like the whole...
I said he'll enjoy, like, he enjoys, like, unbuttoning people's pants.
That's so great.
Like, that's his whole thing. He just goes around pantsing everyone for the whole show.
Ooh, I like that. We should make... We have to, like, make a AnimeCujo sequel.
Yes, we do.
We should. Okay, anyway. Enough tree branching. So then, Spears kind of guides Ciel's hand into wrapping around his cock. Okay, anyway. And,
touch that penis.
Right? And then Ciel removes his hand. So then it's just Spears stroking him. And I'm like, Ciel, you sneaky little
You love it, though. You can't deny.
I can't deny that, no. Okay. So, moving on. I have, like, so many quotes that I'm going to read throughout this review. So, here's one of them. And then another one. And then we'll have another quote from Alex. But anyway, here's mine. So, this is describing Spears. He was standing at a precipice. The next decision would determine what sort of man he truly was. And I, like, love that quote. I'm like, oh yeah, like, I know that he's just not gonna give a shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, he's just gonna abandon, like, as this next quote says, I'm just gonna read this. I can't even word it so amazingly as AnimeCujo does. So here's the second quote. Letting go of all he had sworn to in the seminary, he leaned down, eyes sliding shut as he pressed his warm lips lightly onto the plump mouth. So yeah. I mean, it's just so sexy. I love it.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Just...
Sorry. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to read this next quote. We're essentially reading you the whole story, but you should still go check it out anyway.
Pretty much, right? It's the abridged version.
Turbulent Jade stared into the needy blue, the look of utter desperation making his cock twitch. Lie down, the priest instructed, gauging his face carefully. Take everything off and lay on the love seat. And then I'm sitting here like, well, that was a that escalated quickly moment. And then I'm like, his dick is already out, William. You're the one in the big-ass priest robe. You take everything off first, you sexy son of a bitch. And then he eventually does, as J.C. Botero will now read to you.
Okay, yes. So this quote, I love this because, I mean, obviously this is a spin-off of Revelations. But yeah, you'll see why I like this, and I'll explain in a sec. His expression was one of awe, this is Ciel, as his eyes followed the long fingers as they worked to remove the heavy sapphire and gold rosary. So I remember this rosary clearly from Revelations, and I'm like, oh my god, like, this just makes the one shot 1,000 times better. I don't know why, just that rosary is like epicness, and it just makes this one shot like all the better.
It's a bit symbolic,
yes,
like, as this whole thing is, because he's like casting away being a priest to enjoy this moment.
Yes. I mean, I know this has nothing to do with, like, you know, Ciel's past in Revelations. It's not like a prequel. Yeah, it's not like part of a prequel thing or anything. Like, you know, AnimeCujo made it clear that, you know, this is just based on the characters, and, you know, Ciel is still a virgin when, you know, he meets Sebastian, and, like, he loses his virginity to Sebastian. But, you know, just the talk of the rosary, I don't know why. It just made it so much more real to me. I'm like, dude, I could so see this being part of, like, Revelations. Like, why can't it be?
It could be, like, a dream sequence.
It could. It very well could.
And then he'll be talking about a dream sequence in a dream sequence. That's like Inception.
Ooh, I like that. Alright, so moving along, because we're gonna strip down William here.
Ooh.
Right? Piece by piece, the illusion of priesthood fell away, to leave only a man, flesh and bone and blood, like every other human being. I mean, I love that quote. Like, just her use of phrases like, illusion of priesthood fell away, to leave only a man, like, I loved it.
It's funny, because that kind of ties in with how we talked about in the previous review, Sebastian and Ciel. Like, you never see them as, like, human or, like, regular people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you never see William as like a regular person. Like you never picture him going to the grocery store or taking a shower. You picture him, you know, at church.
Oh, I picture him taking a shower.
Well, yeah, you would.
Okay.
In that bathroom where he was looking for Ciel.
Oh yeah. Or he was just masturbating to the thoughts of Ciel too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on to the next quote. This one's great. It was truly a shame this man had chosen the priesthood and letting such an impressive cock go to waste.
And I will comment on that later.
True that. Okay. And then this. I know you have notes on this too, so this was like probably my favorite part of the whole one shot. So here it goes. This is William speaking first. This thing, you, us, it's my undoing. And then Ciel replies, then, fall apart. Sorry. Fall into pieces with me. I just made it sound really bad.
I could have read that so much better.
Okay, well, you have that. You can reread that and continue with your big old quote.
Then, fall apart. Ciel gasped, wiggling his lower half in hopes of creating even more friction. He gasped, not even sure of what he was saying at this point, mind so fogged with need. Fall into pieces with me. A low groan was made in response to the statement. And I was like, that's so freaking adorable. Like, it's sexy and needy, but it's romantic, and it's just like, aw.
Yes, romantic, yes. I didn't quite find it adorable. I don't know.
I found it kind of adorable.
No, it's okay. We can have different opinions. I thought it was, like, hot in a way. Like, I don't even know. I don't think that's the right word that I'm looking for. Like, I just, like, loved it. And this is the moment. Okay, last review, chapter 49, I was saying how there was, like, a certain quote that I could totally picture this happening. This is, like, the quote right here. I guess, like, the combo of Spears' quote and CL's. All right. So then we see William reaching over to the bookshelf, and that bookshelf totally, I can't even talk. That bookshelf totally reminded me of Sibylium.
Yes, with the sexy throwing of William
Pushing
against
him
the
back against the
bookshelf.
bookshelf. I know, right?
Pinning him there with your sexy muscling. Oh, god damn it. Sebastian's so hot, I can't even.
It's so great. And then, what Sebastian was reaching for turned out to
what
be...
William was reaching for.
Oh my god. Sorry, we were talking about Sebastian, so... Hey, Sebastian could be there too. It could be a threesome.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
He's the unseen third member somehow.
He's wearing the invisible cloak. Okay. So anyway, I almost said Sebastian again. So William, turns out, is reaching for anointing oil, which, again, I must say the word, classic.
I don't even know what that is.
What?
Anointing oil.
Oh, I thought you meant classic.
No.
I was like, you know, I was like, I totally said this last review too. Oh, anointing. Well, it's like it's oil used for like the sick or like people who are about to die.
Oh,
like yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Whoa, and metaphorical.
Yes.
Because if CL's about to die, the anointing. I don't know.
Well, this is back when CL was what?
Yeah, I know, but
it's okay. No, I like that though.
It's non-canon, but
if we're throwing Sebastian in here, like, it could make sense.
That's true. It really could.
I mean, we had that challenge from AnimeCujo about combining the reviews and, I guess a compare-contrast thing, which it was hard to do because...
It was.
In the previous, chapter, chapter 49, it was just that bitter, sweet, endearing moment. It's like, I can't stick William in there,
Yeah, how do you stick him into something like that without making it awkward?
Exactly. So, I mean, we could easily stick Sebastian into here.
Yeah, I mean, this is just gratuitous sex, so...
Yeah. But I'd rather not stick Sebastian into here, so... We'll just leave it at sexy Celium. I mean, how would we... We never thought about a hashtag, or I don't know if anyone, uses, some hashtag for Sebastian Ciel. I mean... I don't know. I think Sebastiel is what I've heard of, but I don't know. It needs to have a better ring to it, like Celium. Yeah. That has such a ring to it. So.
Now I'm trying to think of one.
Okay.
Cielstian. I don't know. It kind of works.
It's so hard.
It is.
See, they're not meant to be Ciel and William. Oh yeah.
You are a terrible person.
I know people are gonna hate me. Okay.
I will still love you somewhere deep inside.
You know what I just thought of too?
What?
Frickin' Cielorins? Oh my god. Oh. I want that to happen so bad.
Yeah.
In Rugged Hearts. Oh my god. Can Ciel just have sexy time with both doctors? Can
he have sex with just everyone, pretty much?
Right. Seriously.
Damn, I mean, he gets driven home by Bard enough in Revelations. You never know. They could have, he could have been...
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This reminds me. Okay, remember I told you... I can't even talk. I don't know what my problem is. Remember I told you about Brutal Bugaboo?
Oh, yeah.
One of her stories, yeah. I don't know. I think Ciel and Sebastian get into some fight or something. And then, Ciel goes out and, he meets Bard. And they have, a one-night stand.
That's hot.
I don't know. I'm not big on, Bard Ciel. So, enough tree ranching. See, that's, another catchphrase I have now. Gosh darn it. I have to come up with new catchphrases. I mean, I stole tree branching from you, but I've said it already 4 times, maybe.
That's true. I need to say it more often.
That's true. Okay. So anyway, this quote, man, and then you'll get to talk a lot more about it, because you have a continued part to it.
Oh,
but
yeah,
anyway.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. You don't have to be afraid to take my body and my heart, because they are already yours.
CL admitted, blushing at his own earnestness and bare emotions. Father Spears smiled softly at the admission, the sincere words making him melt inside as he carefully applied more pressure to the tight ring of muscles. And I was like, again, romantic, but it's really kind of sad because your love is not enough to have him break his vows and junk. Like, you're just a one-time thing, so sorry about
Oh,
it.
that's like heartbreaking.
I know, but it's true. Like,
It doesn't have to be.
that's true, but I mean, like, we'll get more into it later with that other quote.
Yes, I know.
And it's just like, oh my god. Like, because then it's like, well, why did you have to taunt us, AnimeCujo? Because now we want it to continue on forever.
Oh, yeah.
And then, alright, this next quote is going to get me onto my rant about...
Oh my gosh,
I can't... She is so excited.
I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry.
So
but...
big, CL moaned, lifting his legs to wrap them around the man's waist, feeling the hot member slide in further, if that was even possible. And you all know what I'm going to ask if you've been around this long. I want to know how big it is. I want measurements. I want neighborhood censuses. I want charts and pie graphs and shit. I want to know, what is the length of your junk, William? Like, is it, like, to your knee? Because if so, then you need to be in, like, some sort of record book. If not, then, like, how big does CL think big is? Because I've seen some pretty crazy penises. But yeah, so, like, I need to know, CL. I need to know how big it is. Get a ruler next time and measure it.
Again, another question we had to ask AnimeCujo.
Yes, and if you write the possible, like, sequel to this one shot, you need to, like, have him bring a ruler and measure that shit, because I want to know.
How is Brody reacting to all this right now?
He's just kind of sitting over there in the chair with, like, a smile on his face. I act like this all the time. Like, seriously, like, I'll go out and I'll be like, ooh, that guy's hot as f***.
Like, right in front of Brody?
Yeah, and then, like...
How does he react to that?
Him and I just talk about it, and then I'm like, I wonder how big his dick is. Like, faux serious. Like, I'll be staring at him, like, you know, like, while I'm trying to, like, eat my food or whatever we're doing, and I'm just like, God damn, that guy's sexy. And then, like, Brody and I will talk back and forth about if he's sexy or not. And most of the time he agrees. And then I'm just like, he probably does not have much down there. Because then, like, I try to, like, judge, like, exactly how much bulginess is going on.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, there is nothing even sticking. It looks like there's a flat line in the front of his pants. Like, do you have anything? Or is it just, like, so big that you tucked it underneath? I don't know. But yeah, that's a little bit about me in my life. Not that
I
cares,
love it.
but...
I was just gonna say, you probably see a guy and, like, you know, it's not as bulky and you're just like, you're no Edward.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much. What was it? 9-inch monster?
Yes. I still want to know, is that soft or erect? And if it was erect, why was he erect in the shower? In the boys' locker room thing? Like, I want to know.
Ooh.
So. And how the hell does Alois know exactly how big 9 inches is? It's not like he has a ghost angel ruler or something.
Maybe he does.
Oh, damn. When I die, I hope I get a ruler. Oh, well, you know. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, maybe he measured Claude's, and, you know, he's just all like, oh, Claude's was, like, 7, and this dude had, like, 2 more inches on him.
That's very possible. I don't know.
Or Claude's was 9, too. I don't know.
Claude's too much of an asshole to have a nice, large penis.
Ooh, harsh. Okay, so, anyway, back to the review here. That's another catchphrase of mine. I'll just read this quote. Like, I really liked it. Like, I mean, it didn't even, like, register in my mind, like, oh, did this happen during, like, daytime or nighttime? Like, I didn't pay much attention, but I really loved this description that AnimeCujo provided. And it's just a one-liner, so... Warm rays of sunlight filtered through the curtains, dancing across their flushed skin, limbs entangled and hair damp with exertion. So yeah, that was my little quote that I was going to read.
And then after that is, it was a sad reality that their coupling could never be more than this, a simple exchange in the head priest's private office. This sunny afternoon, which normally would have ended in CL leaving half an hour ago, had blossomed into something more. It was bittersweet, knowing that this moment was all they had, but the father could not bring himself to regret his actions, and he only hoped that the young man felt the same. And I'm just like, it doesn't have to end, damn it. Take his boy pussy home with you, Spears. Take it home and devour it every day. Just, no.
Oh yeah.
And if the world ends, who the fuck cares? Because at least you two will be in your own private area, just away all day long. And you'll be happy forever.
Oh yeah. I like that. That's like a great way to die, too, during Armageddon.
Just right? Die with a dick in your back.
Getting down and dirty. Yeah. Okay. Oh. And then... I love that reaction just now. Okay. So yeah, bittersweetness now, and you get to read more.
Time would march on, bring change as it always did. Ciel would grow up and mature, his future already planned and set out before he had even been conceived. Holy shit. Eventually, he would fall in love, get married, and have children and pass on the legacy that flowed through his veins. It was inevitable, but also normal, and what was meant to be for the youth who had the power to save humanity from Armageddon. And I just had a really weird thought, because it says, and what was meant to be, and then I thought simply meant to be from Black Rose.
Oh my gosh, yes!
And I was like, ooh, maybe AnimeCujo put in a little, tribute to Black Rose Eden in here. Secretly.
Oh yeah.
But also, earlier in the story, Spears was like, he never pictured Ciel being homosexual, and he wasn't sure, how he would cope with his charge being homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but because he wasn't expecting it. And then here, he's like, he'll get married and have kids, and I'm like, didn't you acknowledge his homosexuality earlier, Spears? He's not just going to stop after one sexual, encounter with you, and then start liking vagina, and then, have kids. There are holes in your thinking, sir. So you need to just let it go. He's not going to like the vagina anytime soon. And you need to just ravage him constantly. Just stop with your moping and just do it.
I was just going to say, because you had put, there are holes in your thinking, and I just thought, Ciel has a hole, and he needs you to fill it, so...
There are holes in his thinking, because he's thinking about holes, so...
That's so funny. Yeah, okay, so I had a question for you. I was confused, because you said you were holy shit about something, and it was right after the whole set out before he had even been conceived. Was it because of that, or
Yeah, I was like, holy f***, how are you going to determine someone's birth before they're even born? What if something had happened to Rachel and she had, a miscarriage or something?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen then? You planned out all this shit ahead of time, and now there's no baby. So who's going to get stuck with it?
Who knows?
Exactly.
Maybe the next baby they have. Okay, anyway. But yeah, the meant to be, yeah. When I was reading through your notes earlier, I was like, oh my gosh, simply meant to be. And I was skimming through Tithes to get down some notes as well, and she puts in meant to be again, I think, a paragraph after that. So I was just like, okay. Oh, actually, you have it in your next quote thing. But I get to go first real quick, so here's my quote. Not my quote. I mean, how do I say this? The quote that I'm going to read. Okay. Father Spears would continue in his role, guiding him, watching from the sidelines as Ciel traversed the dangerous path which lay before him. It was the holy man's duty, one which had been bestowed upon him, and he had graciously accepted. But all that could wait for the moment. Right now, it was just the two of them, here, together. And I love that quote, because I'm just like, yeah, don't think about frickin' his future or, being on the sidelines. Focus in the now.
Exactly. Cuddle the shit out of him while he's there.
Exactly. I mean, it could happen again, because, they have, those meetings every month.
That's very true.
Just change it to, bi-weekly, and you're good to go.
Bi-weekly.
Or make it more. Do it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, anyway.
After all, he was a priest. What more could he do except guide Ciel and help him move forward to become the man he was meant to be? Wink, wink.
There's meant to be, yeah.
The father would unselfishly put away the feelings that had blossomed today to ensure the young man remained healthy and happy. However, in the recesses of his soul, he would never forget this and what had transpired between them. He smiled at the irony that he would forever be tithing his heart to the one who now slumbered so peacefully in his arms. So many feelings. First of all, I just had a thought.
Hmm.
What if CL could only be happy if you were with him? Like, what if he was like, I'm going to kill myself and I'll never be happy again unless you pledge yourself to me because I love you. And,
Oh my god.
and you're,
I'm sorry. I love the accent.
and then he's like, no, I'm sorry. I can't, I'm a priest. I can't be in love with you no more. You need to go. And then CL's like, no, but I don't want to. I want you and I want you in my hole and I want you in my heart and I want you everywhere, every day.
Abandon the priesthood.
Fuck this nonsense. Let's go.
Right? Seriously. Go
Get
to
in the
France or
car.
something. Oh yeah.
Get in the car. Let's go.
Yes.
That's more my CL because I always write CL as like the dominatrix.
Ah.
The one time I ever wrote something.
Oh.
But yeah, like I feel bad for them because they'll never end up together, but at the same time, it's rewarding that they had that time together in the first place. And then
Oh
I'm just
heck
like,
yeah.
damn it, AnimeCujo, I want to hit you. Like I said the other day, I want to hit her over the head with a lady, and Idina Menzel's the only person that came to mind.
That's
So I'm
I
just
love
gonna grab Idina Menzel by the foot and just start hitting AnimeCujo with her. So,
it. Okay.
but like she knows how to play with emotions and keep them coming back for more, and that really does explain her tagline of "They come for the smut, but they stay for the story." Like even her one shot somehow had story to it, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
how the hell? Like I'm having trouble even coming up with how I want to open my one shot, and you write like the frickin' like Mona Lisa of one shots, and then
Seriously, right?
I'm just like, well, great. So nothing I ever write is going to be like decent compared.
Oh.
Um, but I'm actually kind of
That.
surprised. Like, my story in our Cielium collaboration has gotten to almost 100 views.
I know, that's
It's on
really
like
awesome.
80 something. Anime Cujo's like closer
Yeah,
to
she's
100, but
I actually, what was it? Why did I open it up? Oh yeah. So I was trying to find like the where it left off with Sibylium in chapter 48, and I had accidentally gone to Tithes and or like the Cielium collaboration, and that's where I saw she had 100 views already.
it's insane. And she just uploaded like last week.
Right? It's awesome.
It is awesome, and I'm really happy for her. And like when people come in to read like Tithes, they'll be like, "Ooh, there's other ones." So then we all get the benefits of
Yay.
people coming in to, you
We
know,
get love from everybody.
exactly.
Okay, so I have a response to your thoughts just now because you were like, "Oh, I feel bad for them. Like they're never gonna end up together," and I'm like, "Dude, it doesn't have to end there. Like I could always write up that one story in which this affair continued."
I'm really hoping you do, and especially because I want to know how big thickness is. No.
Oh, I don't know if I'll talk about that, but
Well, damn.
maybe.
Then I'm gonna have to bug Anime Cujo until she tells me,
Yes, do that.
and then I'll
But
let
no.
you know so you have a reference as to
Oh,
how
okay.
large it is.
Okay, sounds good. So that is it for Tithes. I mean, again, thank you, AnimeCujo, for the delicious, hot Cielium smut.
Yes, indeed, and I'm sure it will be enjoyed many times over by everyone.
Oh yeah, I loved like skimming through it today.
Oh,
Oh,
it was so much fun. Like, and I caught things I didn't necessarily catch the first time. Like, I was like, "Ooh, that's
ah.
different." And then, like, I don't know, it was fun. I like reskimming through, like when I do the reskim of the chapters before we review.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm always forever finding something, and I'm like, "Oh, I must not have read this the first time," or like I read it and it didn't click.
Right. So yeah, that concludes the Tithes review.
Indeed.
So thank you again, Alex, for being a special guest on both the Chapter 49 and the Tithes review.
You are very welcome, and I look forward to doing the Chapter 50 review soon
Oh, I know.
with
Dude,
my new
that's like
microphone.
a yay! That's exciting.
It is. I won't sound like, ass. So
Oh,
I'll sound like an
no,
ass,
no.
but I won't sound like ass. So
Oh, okay. Okay, that's very well phrased. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you to all our listeners out there as well for tuning in, and we will catch you guys in the Chapter 50 review. So,
Bye.
bye.